yesterday on Inferno. But here's a miracle, a Christmas miracle. There's no Julies in play. It's just 5 USPs. So normality has been restored as, Dex has been gushed. Yeah, 2 HP and some utility. That's not the dream.
One of the first rounds as well, the CTs haven't rushed down middle, Chad. I'll say that.
And I think it's the first time that the odds have been dead even on 1xBet.
I feel like Astralis, sure, wasn't their best showing yesterday, but we know they can do a lot better than that.
Yeah, I think maybe complacency after they rumbled complexity on map number 1, and then maybe just the focus.
It was actually Inferno they got the dub, right? So interesting pick from MOUZ Sports to go into this one, but...
Blame's not looking.
Doesn't matter, apparently, but Zipex will be the one that goes down. Does make up for it. Lots of damage inflicted so far, but back to the 4-on-4. Config to be tested next, and he does not pass. It will be Torchy to crack things open towards B. This is a bit of a chaotic round once again. We'll see whether Farlig can find the very important kill here towards the B bomb site. He's got lots of attention towards this side of the map, and Frozen still towards the pool. Yeah, well, the bomb's going to be planted in the A side in a couple of seconds here, so Frozen just to stay alive. Now they'll be able to identify that the bomb isn't here. Dexter will be planning default, does have a Molotov to work with as well, but he is very low. Remember that goosh at the start of the round. It's going to be on exertion here. Had a great debut yesterday. blameF will be aware that he got the headshot. They haven't seen the assist yet, so one player can be confirmed to be low. Spots the shadow and exertion with the nice shot towards blameF there. Just Farlig remaining, no defuse kit, bear in mind. 2 players to find as well. Dexter tucked in towards the apartments. Time of the essence now. Jumps up towards the graveyard, and it's a nice maneuver, but needs to get his skates on here. We'll see if he can find the first kill. He doesn't. It's not quite clean enough, and there he comes in. Yeah, you're absolutely right. As soon as he touches it, out of luck, out of time, and it will be MOUZ Sports picking up the pistol there. Not a very traditional one, as you might expect in Inferno.
Everybody goes down there with the bomb as well, so good stuff for MOUZ to pick that up. But one of the keys right there in the pistol is something that I think we'll see MOUZ do a lot. Some of the notes yesterday, when Complexity on their T side were getting opening picks against Astralis' defense, at that point, they were gamble stacking. Astralis were sending 4 players to either side after some really nifty info plays. Now, MOUZ are potentially thinking they can exploit that. If they can find the opening pick and expect Astralis with the over-rotation, as well as consistent 3-man B stacks at start of rounds, maybe that's a gap that Dexter and Cyclone have been able to find here while watching the VODs and demos overnight. Probably the demos, not the VODs. I don't want to listen to us clowns, but...
Yeah, definitely not.
A few more details in the demo as well.
So then, we do have a full eco from the Danes, blameF for the P250, and a rifle setup from MOUZ Sports. They have got 1 MAC-10 in the mix as well, in the hands of Dexter. He can be thrown into the choke points first and detect these stacks. As you mentioned, there's actually a 4-man A stack going on from Astralis right now. And looks at things, we're just hunting for some mid-control from MOUZ Sports. Don't necessarily have to commit to this. They're doing deeper smokes towards the arch side and library, just going to be flashing up and seeing what's available to them in terms of information.
Well, the weapon advantage here, a wrap is beautiful, right? If you come up the short side, you have to worry the balcony, the pit, the side, graveyard. Now they at least get to use these weapons at range. Unfortunately, it's Dexter's MAC-10 to round the corner first, and he's spotted at least a little bit of information.
And with that kind of setup, Chad, with 2 players towards the pit, potentially, you can maybe guarantee that going towards CT spawn might be the right call here. Torchy narrowly misses out on the intel as they push towards middle. They know they've been rumbled at this point and need to get a bit of intel themselves, as Torchy will find the first frag of the round.
Well, look how passive Zip is during all of this. Torchy's going to mop up 2 more kills top mid, and this was the passive position talking about from Zip. He's been able to find a MAC-10 during all this. There's 35 seconds on the clock here. Farlig's got another kill, but shouldn't have any issues with his guns out. Just need to hit the shot, and they will. So 2 casualties against this full eco round. Astralis will be buying into the rifles here for round number 3. So in that type of situation, on the CT side, 2 kills, you'd be content with that.
Absolutely. And it's led them to a situation where they have a nice healthy buy here. Farlig, especially on the AWP. No helmet could be an issue against the Galils, but overall looking pretty good. Now, I'd like to see Farlig be a little bit more assertive here. It's one of the rounds they probably need him to find an early advantage. It took him a while to start being activated on the CT side of Inferno yesterday. We didn't see him look very dynamic until about the mid stages. We'll see what he's up to here in the first gun round.
Well, he started doing his best work by the time they got to Dust too. Looks like they're going to do the pallet boost here to pick deep down mid, but Glave's already been gooshed. Ahead of this is Torgy. No AWP, no problems. That's a lot of damage to inflict over towards this A defense with only 2 prongs. Config is rotating back over from the B site now while Zip and Blame are locking down this banana position. And that was another thing we noted yesterday. Blame was the front man, Zip was the supportive element of all of this. Ooh, that's a nice kill from Farlig there. So on the flash, exertion goes down and the number advantage is in play here for the Danes.
Absolutely true. MOUZ Sports with 3 smokes remaining, 1 flashbang as well as they just juggle some utility, tag each other out of the bomb side. It's going to be Farlig now setting up the turrets towards the B side of the map. Maybe want to boost Zipex and CT Spawn as well. We'll see which way they're inclined. But you're right, they still had the 5-on-4 here, but JDC will be towards the apartments here, setting up a lurk smoke by the looks of things, as his teammates patrol top and middle.
MOUZ, when they get in these type of situations, will potter around for a while. They'll look for one more kill, and then if they don't get it, likely to see a save here. And that's a perfect deploy of the smoke towards pit. The one way is going to ask a few questions as JDC attempting to self-flash here. 3 AKs they could be handing over. Dexter charging in, the in-game leader, wants to get it done, and he's just going to go down. This crossfire, very potent. Really no way forward. Jump in a pit. JDC's got 1 and 2. The double up with Frozen getting a third on the side. It's now a 2-on-3 situation for MOUZ.
Very fortunate on the timings there. What a leap of faith that was from JDC. He can't believe his luck. The player towards the headshot position, not looking his way. He gets a double kill, round done. And that was a 5-on-4 in favor of Astralis. Farlig opening things up. But MOUZ Sports with the lurk smoke. Dexter going down early as well.
3 of them there.
And they just had no idea the drop down could come from apartments. They seemed like that eluded them completely.
It felt like they didn't want to initiate for that crossfire because the crossfire was very strong.
Love to see that from JDC's POV if possible, just to see what he's up against. Surely the CT in that headshot position is watching nothing but that apartment drop down once the lurk smoke comes through.
Yeah, and is the pit player just waiting to activate? I'm not sure what's gone wrong for Astralis. There may be a miscom, but a great batch of shots there from MOUZ, JDC and Frozen. When the chips were down, Dexter threw himself into the den. Exertion was already dead earlier in the piece, so yeah, essentially a 3v5 after that trade came in.
Well, they keep it clean. MOUZ Sports with 3-0 right now. Let's have a look at it. Let's see how that went down. This was the opening kill from Farlig towards Boiler Room. Blind as well, very nice. Config gets the first kill on Dexter, as you mentioned, 5-on-3.
Reloading.
This is the moment. So Glaive,
okay,
he moved out of position and was looking towards the bomb site just as JDC fell down.
So Config started reloading. He doesn't have eyes on short anymore. He's moving to reposition to take the balcony fight. Glaive's popped up his little head to watch short and have the crossfire with sight. And in that time, JDC's found the perfect timing.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but MOUZ Sports looking very, very good here at the start of the first half on their pick. No force spy to speak of, but some saved weaponry.
Oh!
And a juicy grenade from second middle. Molotov as well. They're in a lot of trouble here. Farlig might go down before he even sees anyone.
Excuse me? We were trying to have an aggressive maneuver here.
Well, that's very unfortunate. They take so much damage en route towards the apartments there. Farlig, I guess at least he's the AWPer. Needs to be very careful at this point. Still wants to challenge top and middle. Looking down towards the T steps, and luckily for him, no one really looking at this point. We do have Glaive investigating his options towards second mid. Might be able to find a timing, Chad. Might be in the operative word. His AWPer goes down, and that's going to be the end of that. Torchy with a double. They should pump the brakes at this point. No one has to rush into a bomb site. Let's make sure we go together. And here comes a flashbang towards A. Config to defend. I dare say he'll probably get the first kill. Where's the trade, though? He can actually pick up a rifle as well, but doesn't have the time. 4-on-2.
I think just holding on to these upgrades right now for Zip and Blame should be name of the game here. If they can get this AWP back, Torchy would be doing well to give that over. His third in the rounds and handling these investments of the save.
Okay, Blame. Well, Torchy's looking very confident, isn't he?
Great round. I think one of the keys here is Astralis try to stay, let's use the word proactive, right? Because we've seen them rotate around a lot. They did it on Nuke. And a lot of the time they're doing it individually. There doesn't feel like there's too much of an idea. They're just trying to scamper over to support the other site quite quickly. And in doing so, with the default style of MOUZ, if they try and find a gap, right? And MOUZ are accounting for it, whether it's immediately or give them a little bit of space and then peek back in like we just saw Torchy do there, they're going to be in a lot of strife because you're not going to be able to pull off these moves one at a time. You need to be a unit here, Astralis.
Well, speaking of which, Farlig is going to be moving around, joining the fragging unit at B. Blocked by the flames for now, but he'll want to get some vision towards logs if possible. Blame will get towards the half wall as well. And they're setting up the flashbangs just to reclaim some control potentially, at least at the bottom area.
Yeah, I think one of the keys here for the Danes is going to have to be the economy of the utility here. Make sure you're not expending too much of it early because MOUZ haven't shown any threats. A flash over the top at this point, that is going to do a whole lot to Farlig here. He can stand and deliver. Frozen shots at least give slight information. And Zipex is ready to help initiate this fight for blameF. So waiting for the banana control. We have 1 minute and 10 on the clock.
So Torchy, man at the moment. 4 kills in the previous round. He waits patiently here towards the logs position. Nice Molotov to disrupt the defense here, but the flashbang comes over from Zipex, but it does nothing for them. blameF goes down, tagging each other through the half wall. Farlig gets a taste of lead. And they'll take advantage and just fall back towards A now. Knowing the Farlig's towards B, that's a real problem.
They should be able to wrap here. They should be able to use this information quite quickly. It's actually a long smoke and a moto smoke, so they're going to be coming straight up the guts here of Shaw. Plenty of flames stalling this one out.
Like this.
The time is available, but glaive, he's going to take that first shot onto Exertion. The pressure's coming. He's completely blind. Config needs to bail him out before the rotation can get here. And they've stalled out again. MOUZ, the reposition from Config, will drop the bomb, and they just keep coming. Fantastic work from these two defenders on the A site. And that should be Astralis' first.
That's a very comfy one from Astralis there. Up against it, losing that first pick as well, but a solid hold from glaive and Config there. It got a little bit awkward for Config trying to jump up on the scooter, but repositioned, got himself two very nice shots there, dodging the flashbangs, and it will be the first round for Astralis there, with multiple members surviving as well, so not too bad. Yeah,
I think the complacency being the killer yesterday against Complexity is something that they want to try and avoid, right? So today, back on Inferno and being given the option to be here thanks to MOUZ, and then Nuke, one of their home maps where they did have that unfortunate blunder of a triple OT loss. I'm sure they want to right those wrongs here today.
Just to note as well, we cannot stress the importance of the pit player holding onto their utility. The fact that glaive had that incendiary to cause chaos just as they're executing that was absolutely everything. But here we go then. Into round number 6, we are going to see the motions deliver towards the banana area. And once more, it's going to be blameF pushing down. Gets Torshi, and that's through the smoke as well. Another opening pick here for Astralis.
Yeah, this is looking good now. Full banana control. They don't really need to over-rotate in this situation. And you pointed out the pit players, Util. Well, same for a lot of members, right, at this juncture. Farlig still has a molly, a flash, a HE, Zip with a smoke and a flash remaining. So if they can hold on to these nades and MOUZ keep defaulting, they can almost just block them with utility alone.
blameF looking very active this round. Already pushed towards B and now wants to taste the middle. He gets himself tucked in. He's got the crossfire around him as well. Config behind him, Farlig towards short. He'll be watching towards boiler as well. So there's the incendiary, just trying to make sure they don't have to take on multiple targets here. Exertion with the Galil. This is a brave peak. Does he compensate for blame here? Apparently not. That's a good swing. And now just trying to get out of that. Maintain that 5-on-3 advantage. He can even go back towards B. That's amazing.
Zip just needs to live here. Did they see the smoke? Yes, they did. Running straight in. Extinguish and go. Blame's already here. He's doing it all. Kill banana, kill mid, and now having to rotate back to get it all done on his own. JDC's leveled things up, and on the flash, Config's blind. It is going to have to be the boulder here. How many can blame get? Bomb getting planted. Does he want to leer forward? Yes, he does. The flash is good, but 3 in the round. It might not be enough.
Zipex so committed down towards the bottom of B, and they just called the blameF was top and middle right. So they just take that information and just completely open up the B bomb site. Just glaive remaining now. He's got a smoke and an HE. That HE should maybe even find the kill. There it is. Frozen goes down. 1 versus 1 up to JDC. He's actually got himself 2 kills in the round so far. Perfectly positioned smoke. Has got the kick. Could probably full defuse this one, Chad, I would say. Doesn't go for it, but still comes out on top. The experience shines through, and it will be glaive getting that defuse.
What a swift pivot that was. Nice clutch from glaive. It is glaive and blame combined, but this is the question, right? Kassab brought it up on the desk. They're talking about blame having these fantastic ratings at the top of the score, but the team's still not looking like everything's settled in. And this situation, he gets 3 kills in the round, and it looks like they should have lost it. So thank God for the in-game leader, the big man himself, sitting in the middle. This is how it opened, right? And you'd see it and you go, oh, it's a smoke kill. Well, it's not really, right? They mollied him out of position. They flashed forward. They naded.
Funneling them down towards
exactly. They're putting him where they want them. So really good stuff.
Talk about proactive players as well. He gets a kill at the bottom of B, then goes towards the top of middle. Kill there as well. Rotates back around, finds a third. And yeah, great clutch from glaive there. A round he probably shouldn't have won. Perfectly placed utility. The HE towards Emo, completely nukes him at the back. Smoke down, forces the fight, pivots, and gets the frag. Very, very well done.
And one of the keys as we start to look forward here, a bit of a wink from the coach, Cycron, giving everybody the marching orders, is where the pressure is going to come through. If they continue to do these 3-man leans towards the top of banana here just to secure and fortify that side of the map, then you need to be applying a bit more pressure early boiler, halls, top mid, to at least force this rotation and just make sure that Astralis can't sit as comfy as they are. This time it's Farlig over towards A with glaive.
Just the Desert Eagles here.
This is the pressure, though. That's the right play, right? Dexter, as much as it looks a bit silly, he's on his own, struggling through a smoke.
Right.
If he had a teammate or 2 with him, potentially they get that room. Now they're stalled out completely.
Yeah, you have to take some risks on these sort of rounds, and there was an opportunity there to find the opening shot. If he gets it, they've got an AWP and some mid-control. That would be massive. It doesn't quite work out for them. 5-on-4 should be Astralis' round. Nice and tidy here from Config, but does overstay his welcome. And here we go, blameF is looking very confident today. You love to see it. 3-on-2, still a bit of an uncomfortable spot here, especially if this kill comes through with the Desert Eagle, but Torshi now with the AWP, he might get a free shot towards the bottom of mid.
This kid's a menace. This kid is an absolute menace, and there's time to work with here. So how are they going to get back this bomb? Is JDC going to play for info? Tucking in towards the chicken pit is Blame. Head down when the peak comes through. So well handled from Blame. Doing everything and more right now for Astralis. JDC knows where he is, but Blame too sharp. 7 kills for him. And look, we know that he is the star player of this team. We've had the conversation yesterday. We know Config can be good. We want the consistency. We know that Glaive can be a nuisance. We want a bit more out of Farlig. We had some highlights like that nuke almost clutch yesterday.
Almost clutch,
on Dust 2, he was doing his job. The pieces of the puzzle, whether or not they're the best, right, they can definitely work. And it's just about getting everybody on the same page for Astralis, which is not how they looked as they moved into map 2 and 3 yesterday. Map 1 was fantastic. We thought it was going to be a quick 2-0. I
was on Inferno as well, so hopefully we can start replicating that soon. Still down around 4-3. MOUZ forwards with another full buy here, and the grenade battle continues towards B. Glaive this time getting a little hot under the collar, down to 44 HP, and they'll complete bombardment towards the bottom of Banana here. Zipex just confirming the logs is cleared, so they've got full control. They'll still have some residual utility. They had an extra member come over at the start, but using a lot of smokes now to gain full control at the start of the round. And
it's obviously very important to know what utility is being thrown in this pattern. The deep smoke is great, but you can see that they threw the broom molly to clear out the coast left covey. They naded over towards the log position. They're isolating their fights here. And that's one of the keys when taking the Banana control, knowing what jewels that you're looking for. But the jewel that Glaive wants is over the top of this smoke, and he's got a full gray screen, so we'll have to back off.
Yeah, nice idea, but ultimately, it looks like MOUZ Sports might be falling back towards B. So blameF with the bait and switch setup. He's got Zipex at the very bottom. Another good smoke here just to buy some time.
Very deep. Oh, coming straight through. Zip this time round didn't get caught off guard. The deep smoke was perfect. The gray screen completely encapsulates MOUZ, and they're screwed right now, just running into A. This is where JDC did some good work in the earlier gun rounds here, but this time doesn't have the team, doesn't have the time, but he's just going to waltz on in. One and done, but can the trade be there? Torji is still alive. The bomb ushered to the site now by Frozen. Should be planted any moment here, and they have another smoke on Torji to deploy.
Okay, I actually like the look of this. This is certainly possible. Frozen loves these sort of situations, and Torji, if he can find one more, give him a 2 versus 1 perhaps, that could be enough. The pincer maneuver comes through. 2 players towards quad, and blameF behind that smoke. They have 1 HE remaining, so a lack of utility, but they do have the kit. So a bit of a one-way smoke deployed. We'll see if that HE can connect at all. It doesn't. Frozen expects it, down to 22 points of health. And about halfway points here on the bomb. Torshi needs to find a frag, and he knows it. Nails that first shot. Player towards Library as well. And it's through the smoke. The Zipex will take down Frozen. Remember, he was only on 20 points of health. A decent effort from MOUZ, but ultimately Astralis will be tying things up 4-4. And I think that's 4 rounds in a row. Indeed it is.
That was very well handled there, and Blame just hiding over towards the mini pit, moto, whatever you want to call it, hiding just in that little cubby and not peeking actually is the trump card, because you see when Torji flicks back to look towards Library, he's not ready for a player to already be so far out. So Blame just sitting pretty, just waiting for his team to activate on this short fight, and then he swings out and gets this duel on an angle that's a little bit tighter than I think Torji would have been ready for. But where is the pressure going to come? Is it going to be a Banana all in? We know it's 3 players time and time again here from Astralis. Looks to be the same once more as... Ooh, Frozen just ran back to spawn to pick something up. So if they did have a set plan off of a spawn, that we'll have to wait a moment here, MOUZ. Same crowd control utility to top of Banana here to try and dissuade, but Farlig's AWP is posted.
Like the apps pop. We've seen a lot of this in Pro League so far.
If they go now, it's okay. But they need to go now.
Yeah, I think you're right. You can see the config set up for this. He's actually looking into the wall, avoiding the flashbangs. Glaive will take all the aggro, try and suggest he's the only one defending, and then config will swing around 180, mow them all down. Looking perfect. There's the chimney flash. It is going to be the apps pop, and they've lost a player before they even get it. So there's the flashbang. Config now to turn around. There it is. Perfectly done, and that should be round under control, unless some wacky sort of shots come through. That's not bad from Dexter. Still 2 players towards quad, but well handled. Should be all she wrote for the round, and there it is. So you could see Astralis more than ready for that sort of approach. You know it's a partial buy coming in, and that's a very likely outcome. So well done to Astralis.
Looking a bit more cohesive here, but maybe MOUZ need to rip a page out of the complexity strat book. Remember they did the early mid pressure. They had some mid pops because they were taking advantage of this 3-2 lean.
That makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Especially when you're losing Banana so convincingly, you're not even challenging it. Why not just change things up, go for that mid-control, apply pressure there, take their vision away, force a rotation, then maybe explore your options back towards Banana. But they'll take a timeout for now, and maybe that's exactly what they're discussing.
Yeah, so 2 timeouts with 9 rounds of Counter-Strike played here. So really wanting to see if they can salvage this half now that the momentum has shifted against them. Conversation with Dexter being had Lots of talking from Frozen down the end as well. This is when you really need to trust in the reports of your banana defenders, right? The players, yeah, listen, boss. They're throwing everything in the kitchen sink our way. Can we try something a little bit different here?
Yeah. If you can't break through, might as well try elsewhere. Round 10, they had some decent banana spawns here. Dexter to lead the charge, so will he want to challenge and try and get up there? Time will tell. Farlig, though, feeling the confidence once again. Looks down towards second middle as Dexter takes a lot of damage as whatever plan they had in mind hasn't worked out so far. The battle towards banana rages on, and the blameF comes out the victor once more.
It's happened to Frozen twice already with the jump, right? He just jumped again there at the tail end of that spam, so maybe gripping his mouse a bit hard. I don't know where he's got it bound to, but either way.
It took the timeout, and it was just more of the same, it seemed like. If anything, with a worse result.
I think they were being stubborn on this. They're assuming that Astralis are going to eventually go back to a three-man A start, right? So this is where the bluff comes into the in-game leading, right? What decision is going to be made? But we covered it off yesterday. Astralis consistently started 3B at the start of almost every single round. Farlig went for that type of shot we just saw there into second mid a bunch as well. I don't think he hit one of them, but he definitely gave it a crack.
But it is at least information at the start of the round that no one's crossed over. You can hear footsteps and get a quick rotation as well. They do go quickly in towards B, but there it is. More of the same from MOUZ Sports. Hoping to break through towards the B bomb site, but can't get past this initial bombardment of grenades. And here you go, Config once again just raining down hell on them, and not really much of a reply there. There's JDC trying to backstab towards the arch side.
Well, one of the things is as well, the CTs get to be a little bit more reactive with their utility, right? And Frozen, they're probably a little bit concerned about what's going on with the whole MOUZ situation. But if you extinguish their close wall molly, they're going to nade close wall because they expect you to run through the flashes and flames. So here it is again. They really want to continue this biff. Still a three-man start towards B. Frozen will avoid the flames. Oh no, there you go, the late spread. The late spread on the flames of the deep Molotov, and Frozen on 2 HP.
Well, that's his round over. He probably knows it as well. And fortunately, just a partial buy here. So 6 rounds in a row for Astralis. Complete dominance here at the banana area of the bomb site. blameF really is feeling it. I wouldn't be surprised if he even pushed this smoke, Chad. We'll see what he's got in mind. Gets closer and closer. There's the flash, and indeed he will push it. But there is a player towards underpass here. Not the cleanest spray, and Torshi will finally get the advantage. Can they recover the rifle, though?
You can't give away anything here in a game like this. We saw it yesterday against Complexity. Zip posted up on the logs. We'll get one and done.
We'll go in.
I think it's fortunate at least Glaive got a kill on the other side of the map. The rotation from Farlig, he's trying to come as quick as you like. There is a smoke for CT.
He misses one shot, though. This could be problematic, and he knows the smoke makes things a little bit more tricky. They'll have Tech 9s and actually 2 rifles coming in at this stage as well. So the HP not a factor against the AWP. Good shot from Farlig. Staying calm and composed here. Really, really well played. Should be able to get the third as well. He wants it. He's going to be hungry to close things out here.
Great round.
Sequence. Yeah, very well handled.
A pressure moment there as well, right? Because if he goes down and he drops an AWP over towards Coffins, that is a real issue.
Even allowing them to get into a post-plant situation there, that would have been problematic. So well done. Survives the round as well. 3 kills towards the end. 7 in a row for Astralis. They are coming online after a 0-4 deficit. Let's have a look at the replay here. Lovely shot towards Dexter. Dodges the flashbang. Quick as a whip on the second. And a clean shot on the third. Love to see it. Coming to life in this tournament now.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. I remember the kid in FPX. You're watching him play. Okay, well, 2 kills have happened immediately. So apologies for that one, ladies and gents. But one's towards top banana. The other, you saw it on your screens, an AWP. Farlig picking up where he left off in the previous. Half-wall flash for Zip here, ready to initiate, and Config is the man to pick off the back of that. It is too good. And they're not going to swing back out. They're not going to take the fight, or are they? Frozen. He lies, he waits, he breathes, and he'll take down Config, and we find ourselves again into a 3-on-3.
Maybe overstaying his welcome a little bit there, Config, but it was such a dominant shot. I suppose he fancied his chances, but we've got a bomb site smoke there, thrown from the logs position. So bit of a lure coming in from JDC, just trying to show presence here, hopefully find a kill, Chat. That would be huge, but if anything, he might be confirming that A is open when they're flanking behind them at B. So if they retreat to try and join him here, which they are, this could get problematic. Dexter, aware of the potential of the push, though, rises to the occasion and takes down the in-game leader. It's going to be the AWP, though, of Farlig. That actually brings it back to a 2-on-2. Gets the bomb down as well. So this is a very important frag. 35 seconds remaining, and Zipex has dropped towards a B site. And now they know exactly where Farlig is, but he's gone towards the apartments. All of his utility available, but it comes down to timings here. If they can recover the bomb and just exit towards the B side, that would be fantastic. But here he comes in the boiler room. He can hear them. Which way do they go?
Have to finish A. Oh.
Could have got dicey.
Yeah, that. At least they were buddied up, right?
Exactly.
If they weren't buddied up, and he gets a free kill, and then he gets to isolate the one-on-one. So back into a winning way. They break the streak of 7 finally, MOUZ. So that's something to work with. Got Torji leading the charge with 13 frags. The next closest on his team is JDC with 7, 6 apiece for Frozen and Dexter at this juncture.
We hit that shot.
Yeah.
It's over the start.
Not too bad.
But you're right, there is almost no way, even if he gets that first kill, he likely goes down in the boiler with the AWP there. But here we go, non-stop action at the start of these rounds. There's always a bit of damage inflicted. And the CTs finally go for the 3-man A setup this time, Chad. So they feel like they've shown enough presence throughout the campaign of this first half just to alleviate some of the bits and focus their efforts towards A. And hopefully, MOUZ Sports are feeling the same way to walk into this strengthened A bomb site.
A really important round here for Astralis. They might get broken here. This is a place where they're going to have to find the finances in question. Again, top pressure applied as banana control has been completely absconded. Flash is good. Farlig's position has been noted, and now they can start applying this pressure.
Well, they've actually got 5 players alive for once and full mid control. So the round is in their hands, but Incendiary's being received towards top and middle. Config tucked in towards Trash, and we'll see if they can detect him here. It's looking a little bit awkward for them. The swing can come out any second from Config and ruin their day. He hasn't got any backup though, however. No one to bait him in. They overlook. That's a lazy clear from Dexter. And luckily, it only cost them 1. So, back to a 3-on-3. They've chosen the B bomb site here. Back and forth we go. 1 player to defend that Zipex. Needs 1 and to survive here while he waits for the backup. There it is. Does he drop down? Indeed, he does. New position, but they'll be very aware of it. Tested once again, but it's been cracked open. That's going to be a 2 versus 1 in favor of MOUZ Sports. Bomb going down. Glaive recovers a smoke, and he won a 2-on-1 before, so can he replicate that form?
This one's going to be a bit more difficult here. They do have the HP this time round.
And the AWP and CT spawn.
Having the jump peek here. Would need a blinder of a shot right there onto Torji, who has been peppered away at, chipped down ever so slightly. Frozen now alerted to his position. Nice. The Incendiary is a good throw, and they are both going to have to swing this together. Torji dipping and dodging away. Now Frozen's offering himself up. They're almost stacked in a totem. It's Torji to finish. A great round from him. That frag, as he comes through spawn, already heads up. There are no zips in sight, but Torji's focused for that rotation kill, which then allows them to focus in a 2-on-1 situation against Zip. Right? If he was to focus immediately towards site, both have backs turned. There's no CT smoke, and the round falls apart. So big kills here from Torji. Here it is again. Zip does his job, and he's hiding, he's waiting, he's hoping that they laser focus him, but it's that Torji kill you see in the feed just before it was the difference maker as they take that site. And I mentioned get broken. Shots have enough for 1 more buy, Henry, but if they lose this, the last round of play likely MOUZ's.
Yes, you're dead on there, but what a competitive half this has turned out to be. It was MOUZ Sports who went up 4-0. Astralis, though, came online with a bombardment of utility towards the banana area. 3 players at once. MOUZ Sports couldn't break through, but finally solving the riddle. Mid control's working out for them, being a little bit more assertive towards that area, taking vision away from the CTs, then going back to B once they force rotation. So, money not amazing for Astralis. It's going to be Zipex on the MP9. A few concessions to be made. There's no diffuse kits as well, no helmets, fortunately up against the AK-47s. As we go back towards B, seems like they fancy their chances once again. We'll see whether Frozen can break through, but once again, how many smoke kills has blameF got at the start of the round?
He's doing his job over towards banana, that's for sure. Feels like this has just been, especially early, one-way traffic for Astralis, but MOUZ looking to break through, and as they up towards the barrels, the lick of the flame, that sound cue, very telling, is now considering his options. Is it going to be a pop-on towards the side? Will entry flash forward. Dexter wants to take a fight. The smoke is there, but he's ahead of it. No grey screen for him. He's just going to fight around the flames. It's Dexter to take down Zip. I don't even think he knows how he got that frag, and Blame just has to batten down the hatches and hope for support. Config's already rotated through. Blame would love another kill, and he's going to get it. And he sent them packing. They're rotating straight back towards this A site.
That's a crucial kill for blameF there. If he goes down, they're in a lot of trouble, but still to be tested will be Farlig. Passes with flying colors, and now Torchi in the 3 versus 1. He has got a slight chance here. If he can take down the initial frag towards the A side, he'll have a time for the plant, but not looking good. Apprehensive, not sure where to go next. Waiting for a mistake from the CT side, hoping they'll be inquisitive towards the short area, but why would they be? They've got the AWP blocking it down. Time ticking away. Config towards the library, backing up both sides if required. And Torchi with his smoke, I'm not even sure what you could do with it. Smoke in front of the bomb site, trying to get a default plant down. Doesn't look good either way. Just hoping a mistake is made and someone oversteps the mark.
He can isolate the fight against Farlig somehow. He need to bait the shot, jump, leap, hope. spray something. Farlig's seen enough, and he's going to get the kill. A really good map from Farlig so far. The CT side, 15 frags for him. He's keeping towards it. Actually, he's the top of the scoreboard. On the other side, Torji has 15 as well. Have to sing his praises when he's having a good game, because he doesn't get a lot of props, right? He's still in that shadow. Everybody's thinking, is Device coming back? But Farlig's here in the server today producing, and that's what matters the most. This is the kill from Dexter. And Blame using this wall of the smoke towards the back of the side. It gives him more avenues to look for peaks. So a defensive smoke here.
Crucial shots from Farlig, dead on. He's living on all fronts, opening kills, being assertive, dynamic, and clutching out when it really matters most. Denying the plant as well as we enter round number 15. The money is quite weak here for MOUZ Sports. 2 pistols, a Galil, AK-47s, and they're testing their luck towards Banana once again. Frozen has been melted every single time by the utility. He's going to be battered and bruised after this half, but for now, on 100 HP, and at least hasn't been naded to death before the round even starts.
I'll check in on that utility damage as we do move into halftime, and then we can just compare the pair. But everybody on Astralis has been dishing out in that department. Really chipping away through Banana again, and multiple players softened up here as nades are exchanged. Damage is definitely a little bit more detrimental on one side than the other. Plenty of smokes here. A couple of flashes, enough to work with in the forward presence of JDC that you can see highlighted, hoping to take advantage of this rotation back. They have flushed out the mid defenders. JDC again over towards the apartment position, causing an absolute ruckus. Leaps forward, and it's Farlig to pluck him out of the skies. But it feels like this will be an A finish with all this pressure.
It has to be. They've got the A side surrounded, but the CT's on rotation for sure. Held off by the smokes for now, 35 seconds. Exertion, waiting for the opportunity to strike with the Desert Eagle, but Config, bit of a shooting gallery situation here. We'll see whether he can pluck him off, but the smoke is taking vision away, and there it is. They're all looking toward the bomb site. Config now with a lot of pressure on his side. Can he deliver? Frozen drops down and denies him access, and now it's actually a 3 versus 2 in favor of MOUZ Sports. Bomb goes down toward the corner of the bomb site. blameF has been so good so far. So much damage inflicted, but another 2 versus 1. Zipex, time for a clutch, sir. He'll be looking towards the headshot position and takes Frozen down, no problem whatsoever. That should be it. Low HP for Exertion, just needs to get closer and closer. 1 bullet connecting, and he'll take the half, 9-6, but the bomb ticking away. And calm as you like, Chad. He gets the job done, and there it is, 9-6. Astralis, you have to say it's a pretty decent half.
Yeah, great half, all things considered. You have to be happy with this. They lost the pistol, they were down 4-0, and came back with a massive streak of 7 consecutive rounds. But it's 9-6, the Danes are looking hot to trot, and we'll be right back after this break to come to the conclusion of Inferno.
Hey Future Pros! Back with the classic apps molly from alt mid. I see a lot of people wing this one, so let's look how to actually throw it. First things first, shoot out this window as soon as you can. Instantly aim at the shadow below the window. Then running jump throw the molly while you are still underneath the bridge above. Pretty simple but effective. However, this isn't some magic barrier. A CT could still push the molly, so try not to throw it and forget it.
What they gonna say? They acting like they never see me. I live to see another day. I don't think they wanna beat me. This world is pretty evil, I'm a part of it. Thank goodness I wasn't really the start of it. They call me illegal, I like the thought of it. I live reckless, sorta like the college kid. Like the ego, yeah, I'm dominant. Thank goodness I wasn't really the opposite. They call me illegal, I like the thought of it. I live reckless, sorta like the college kid. In the city, man, you could put me to the test. Let me get it on my chest, man, I'm out here with the best. Yeah, I'm looking for leverage, dog, I ain't looking for rest. At the city, I'm a bat, I guess you can say I'm blessed. I got what you need, this is what I play, what I play. Let me plant the seed, see what I see, what I see. Ain't no questioning. Get it other back, yeah, back, yeah. If you disagree, head straight to the bat, My trophies, I'm fine. Day one's on my side, close to my back. Building my strength to G, nobody stopping me. I call it c'est la vie. This world is pretty evil, I'm a part of it.
Welcome back, gamers. You're joining us here at ESL Pro League. If you are just tuning in, where have you been? This game is just heating up. Unfortunately, you're just in time. You join us here at the first map between Astralis and MOUZ. We're at half-time on Inferno. Astralis lead 9-6. After a slow start, they were down 0-4, but they have looked piping hot ever since, chat. They've looked assertive, confident, locking down key areas of the map. The utility usage has been sublime, to say the least. And MOUZ Sports still putting up a decent fight towards the end. I don't know, I feel like I've got Astralis in this one.
Looking good, especially with them picking up the victory on Inferno yesterday versus Complexity. Let's see how this one unfolds as the spread across the map is a bit feely-outy, is the official terminology, I do believe. The 1xBet odds have now flipped on over to favor Astralis and just waiting in spawn for information.
This is odd.
Yeah, well, they're hoping for a fast play so they can rotate to the correct site here, but right now with all this info that's being garnered by Dexter over towards Boiler, it's bad info. Astralis are playing a bit of a default round themselves. Now, did they hear the Boiler jump up? That's going to be one of the bigger questions. Because right now, Zip, he's got a couple of members here not too far around.
Well, a very flexible setup, to say the least here.
Just have flashes to defend. It's going to be bullets, Henry. They're going to get overwhelmed.
Well, it's going to be a quicker smoke from Zipex, not the lurk smoke. Trying to jump out towards the pit. He'll throw a Molotov down as well to disrupt the defense. And Dexter not ready for it. This could be problematic now. He's going to be flashed off as well. It's awkward. He'll be the first player dropped. And they've got full control of the pit position now. So much damage being done through the smoke. The flank comes online as well. That's a great shot from Glaive. 5 versus 3 now. Do they want to pump the brakes as they actually have players coming from quad? This is actually looking perfect from Astralis. Exertion will find one consolation frag, but that's about it. Absolutely decimated in the pistol bet, chat. Can't say much more than that.
And Farlig keeping the good form. 3 kills in the pistol round right there, so impact through and through. You love to see that. And that setup, look, from MOUZ, you understand it. It's a bit of a classic. You want to be reactive. You hang a couple players in spawn. You get early banana info. You get early boiler info. And then you can call the stack on the correct site. But the slow approach from Astralis meant that MOUZ, the early info was all for naught. This is the initial jump out. You can see Dexter there just recovering from the flash in that fight. Glaive finishing off Torji, who's trying to chip in and assist these players who are marooned on the bomb site. But a couple of whippy shots from Frozen and Exertion with the highlights of that one, as they will force buy in here.
Well, after losing to Complexity yesterday, Astralis certainly needed a wake-up call. They're looking much better today. A great team effort, but speaking of which, the whole team swinging around towards the banana area. Good flashbang, but 2 kills for Astralis to take 1 casualty in the form of blameF. The big man goes down finally. And for now, just removing that vision from the CTs, trying to see if there's any weapons to garner here, but unable to grab them just yet. That's Dexter now alone towards the sandbag position.
Needs to be careful here, Dexter, with these sound cues. Glaive looking for a boost, maybe thinking there's a few more players lying behind this half wall. Smoke starting to fade, the jiggle comes out, and well, the bullet exchanged either way. Dexter knows he has to stand and deliver, wanted to send them back to the other 2 defenders on that A bomb side of Torji and JDC. Right now they should be saving, and we have about 60 seconds to sit and... No, well, it'll be 40 once they plant the bomb. So if they plant the bomb soon, it can be quicker. Come on, boys, plant it now, and then we can save a couple seconds. Come on, come on, come on.
Save a couple of seconds.
Come on. It's exactly going to be 40 seconds either way. So
through. Well, there we have it. That's Astralis after losing the pistol in the first half, going down 0-4, they've managed to get the pistol in the second, convert this as well, presumably get the third. So they're in very good stead to take this map, I would say.
I agree. And I think with Nuke coming up next, Astralis going to have identified a couple of the issues that they were experiencing. There was more than a few. They had a very good T-half early, and then the issue was their CT side. And then all the match points that they were unable to convert, that was what some of the bigger issues. They would have this amazing round, and then they just wouldn't close in the next. So I think that the VOD review that they would have done overnight hopefully nets them a couple of changes.
They couldn't defend an upper rush on the CT side. Like, sure, we talk about complexity, and JT teams usually be very good at the flashbangs and forcing their way towards bomb sites, but there was almost no response. They were getting 0 kills on the upper attack. So definitely something to look out for there. But for now, here on Inferno, 11-6, Astralis looking great.
And Floppy was a massive nuisance as well with all those vent dives, right?
Absolutely.
So I guess we can save all the Nuke talk for Nuke. Let's see if MOUZ can put up any resistance here.
It's a bit of a bonus situation. We do have the MAC-10s and Galils, but up against the pistols themselves. So MOUZ Sports will save the 5-7 and Deagle, and we'll see how many frags they can get. That could be an important factor into the first gun round if they have a clean one here.
I think that that's important in itself, right, is the clean factor in these type of rounds, because we saw a couple yesterday where they were losing multiple players to just blocks.
Yeah. You're right. They come down to like just 2 players surviving, 1 player surviving. Sure, they're winning the rounds, but then as soon as they lost that first gun round, all hell broke loose, right? They had nothing. They had no utility. They were struggling to buy the AWP. It was a bit of a mess there, so they need to tighten that up, which they have. And these rounds can still be dangerous, let me tell you. 5-7s, Deagles, a couple of P250s. All it takes is one player to go down to a cheeky push, and all of a sudden you've given them a rifle, and it can get very problematic. But so far, so good. They've already got full B control towards Bernardi. You can see blameF tucked in towards the sandbags, now exploring the options towards mid. You are going to check these boosted positions. JDC gets one.
That's beautiful.
About what you expect, but yeah, a real nice execution there, making sure they eradicate all the risks. The boosted players were blind. Not much they could do apart from find 1 kill.
That's the exact type of counter-strike you want to see when taking the mid wall. Everybody putting their life on the line, and the util as well to complement that, right? The smoke long, the porch molly, the flash so they turn. That was a very well-handled scenario there from Astralis, and this is looking like a whole new team today. Now, we don't want to get too far ahead of ourselves. We know how the series ended after Inferno. But so far, so good. It's been hard to fault much of this. Pistol round, lost with the conversions, lose the first gun round, and then lose 2 later gun rounds, and you have a 9-6 half. It sounds pretty par for the course, really.
Yeah, I think it's fair enough, absolutely. Especially on your opponent's map pick, you'd probably be pretty happy with that. So, as mentioned, as I speculated, there was a chance of a bonus situation here, and indeed we're going to see it. The MAC-10 for Glaive, the Galil for Config. Suggests that we do something a little bit faster, perhaps try and send the MAC-10 in to cause a bit of a ruckus. But for now, a default mentality. Farlig towards the underpass position, a flashbang ready towards top or middle. Config gets up towards the boiler, Zipex getting in towards that apartment as well. So here comes the flash. Config will confirm that boiler's clear at least. They're just going to be dissecting the map at this stage.
Yeah, diligent stuff here, not taking any risks on those type of fights. Might better util damage done to blame here. He's been knocked on down to 58 points of health. Now the AXQ coming in, and there's pace behind this. Glaive is leading the charge towards the long side. Torchy's AWP, however, is at the porch right now, and as he swings forward, there's multiple targets, and not connecting the dots there. He will tag up Farlig, but Farlig gets the better of him. That's a huge kill to find. That's the AWPer, the action man, taken out of play. And B's left wide open here. MOUZ have completely rotated.
They absolutely have. Config tries his luck through the smoke, costs him his life, but he does do considerable damage towards Dexter. But as Chad mentioned, the B side is open for business. Exertion will rotate in. He's only got a single smoke, Chad. I don't know.
Gonna disrespect it, they'll go through it.
Yeah, well, they've got the smoke down towards CT spawn. He'll need multiple kills to come through now. Good effort, to be fair, but he only finds the low HP of Farlig. So it's up to Frozen now. Still at 3-on-3. Certainly possible to win this one. They have a kit on the back of JDC, but just one smoke once again, and a double stack towards the Ruins position. Frozen will have his work cut out for him.
Dexter's just leaving A now, so if there's any chance for this retake, they will need to find some traction before Dexter gets there. Peek out from Frozen. Zip is gone, and another fight for Frozen. That's huge on to blame. It's just going to be Glaive now. He's clutched a couple times. Can he do it again? The flash forward is not going to get him. He needs to hit precision shot and won't. JDC on the defuse. That is a great round for MOUZ to pick up here on the CT side.
Yeah, quiet to start from Frozen in the first half, as getting battered and bruised towards that banana position, but that's a fantastic sequence of events for him towards the Ruins area. We said it was a big kill. He manages to get both. Flashbang towards the bomb site, and they shut it down. And remember, that started off with an open B bomb site as well. Exertion tries to do what he could. He only got one frag there, left him in a 3 versus 3. But Frozen, this was the kill, just to mention. Farlig was low, but Glaive got him back through the smoke. It's all about Frozen, though. Really, really well done. look at that precision in the first one. Zipex didn't stand a chance. Have to face him as well. Blame was low, and JDC to close things out. 12-7. MOUZ will post their first on the second half here, and we go back towards Banana as the utility will be thrown through.
Glave's very low, isn't he? Knocked on down to 27. Torji, it's more just to keep him on notice with those flames, but Banana Control looks like Astralis will have an easier time grabbing this quadrant of the map than what MOUZ had in the first. The deep smoke coming through. That's a slight gap on that left-hand side. An extinguish here to hold them back as well. Do MOUZ want to throw themselves into this? Lock horns here with Blame, who's over towards the logs. Exertion seems somewhat aware. There's more utility. They're actually expending a lot here, Astralis, to try and fight for this control, but Exertion just on the other side. Coffee's going to be the better end. The barrel will betray. The spam through in the opening kill.
Yeah, that's not good news for MOUZ Sports whatsoever. No chance to betray. It was an all-in maneuver and one that doesn't work out. Some damage done towards Astralis, to be fair, so they're still in the round, but Torshi might have to be activated here. He's actually towards B in a very defensive angle. Do they need to get him set up towards the car position, maybe allow a rotation back towards the A site? He's not even sure if he can do that because a Molotov's just been thrown. And at this stage, we'll see what's going to be the case. That's actually a CT molly, but it's all about A. JDC about to be tested here, and he hits a great shot. Can he find another? Apparently not. So now they can just focus towards the bomb site. It's up to Dexter. Only good for one, and we know the two remaining CTs were towards B.
Yeah, really good trading here. If Blame takes this kill onto Torji, this is not a normal angle. Blame even takes a lick of damage there. Wasn't that the orb?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe Frozen shot him from a weird angle, but yeah, I think it was the orb, and it did like, what, 7 damage or something?
What just happened there? Well, regardless,
we'll have to find out.
The round should be Astralis's. 13 secured here, as Frozen did great on the retake of the previous. I don't think he can pull off the same miracle again. The post-plant positions are just way too strong for this.
They're going to get $2,400 per player into the next round, which puts them in a very problematic spot. Frozen, you drop off mass, I suppose. They'll be having some sort of a buy with JDC in a 3K. With this sort of scoreline, I dare say, Chad, they might go for the buy. We'll see.
Yeah, this is a curious one. It's gonna be telling of how much heat they feel that they're under now. They're like, well, we've conceded 13 and we're happy to give away 14 and we can still bring this back, because that's gonna be quite the comeback here.
Yeah, it's pick your poison time, really. There's not really a good solution or the right answer here. It depends on what you're feeling. You've got the AWP. You're on the CT side of Inferno. Just to know we've got a technical timeout, but let's have a look at Config's efforts here. That was Exertion. Trying his luck through the smoke, didn't work out. Very clean round here from Astralis. Good trading, as you mentioned, and we'll see. Did he fire off a shot? Yeah, I guess he did.
That's through the corner of...
It must have gone all the way through that kind of sliver, that slice in front of him. So it's like 6 feet of concrete.
Yeah, okay. That is kind of wild there.
Like 10 damage or so.
Now, as you can see, we do have a technical timeout on the screen, and quite clearly with Exertion. Now, the players are not allowed to communicate with one another during this time. We'll see how quick it is to fix. Torji, he's a bit of a tech wizard, I've heard.
He's like, you don't know how to fix that? Let me do it for you.
No, this is the first time you're here with us on land.
You see what I mean? I think he shot through this part here.
Yeah, we get it. Okay.
Yeah, I think, is that the bullet there?
Yeah, so it's gone through two walls.
2 walls.
What a great replay.
Yeah, absolutely. That's spot on.
So what a fantastic replay. Thank you very much.
No longer have to speculate. That's exactly what happened. It was a little bit unfortunate for the sniper, for sure. But there we have it. 13-7 for Astralis on their opponent's map pick. It looks like we are good to go. And the last round begged the question, do they fancy buying up into this one? They did save the AWP, and I think the answer might be yes, Chad. I'm seeing MP9s being purchased, all in from Frozen, all in from JDC, and yeah, I don't mind this. Like I said, it's pick your poison. There's not a correct answer here. It's whatever the team's feeling. You've got an orb, might as well go for it. It's going to be very difficult to recover a 14-7 scoreline. 13-8, however, more realistic. We'll see.
Yeah, so this essentially for the map here. Banana Control gifted over, Frozen at the sandbag position. He's going to get, over one run immediately. That's going to be Blame falling to the flames. And Farlig, he has just been fantastic in this map. 23 kills. He's only died 9 times. His impact has been through and through.
Well, unfortunately for MOUZ Sports, even a 4-on-4 wouldn't favor them with the low buy they have, and a 4-on-3 is nightmare fuel. They'll be spread very thin. And for now, just the MP9 and a flash and an HE to defend. The only viable position, I suppose, is on top of first oranges. Get a quick kill, drop down. But a minute and 10 on the clock. They've recovered the bomb, and the map is wide open.
Well, this here for Astralis, little do they know where the AWP resides. Been left to its own devices in the apartment position. And as the bomb leers up mid alongside of Config, you have to be very, very careful about this. Glaive stays in limbo. He can still rotate between both sites. Config has found the path through to mid to B. Calls this one clear. surely at this point you would get the assumption that glaive might regroup with Zip, join up with Farlig and Banana right now and start applying some pressure, as this frag from Config should be his. JDC turns into the fight. He was aware, and now it's just Dexter they have to find. They're actually going to go towards A. They're actually going to take the bomb towards A here. That is brutal. Very lucky. Just kill them all. They understand the objective can be done two ways. We can plant the bomb and it can detonate, or we could just take away all your guns and ruin the hopes and dreams of MOUZ here on their map choice. Well, Dexter, it's a good spot, but maybe not if they're coming mid to B.
Yeah, I think you might be right there. Nothing could be done, Config.
You know he's here too. Farlig hasn't left Banana.
Yeah, and it's going to be a final kill for Config, presumably. The MP9, not known for its range. It's going to be 14-7. That was the all-in maneuver. $2,900 per player, Chad, into this round. And I suppose you might
Deagle.
buy again. I don't know.
I think they'll just Deagle here. And then on 15-7, then they can full buy again, right? Because they are going to get that max loss bonus into the next round of play. So get a Deagle, get maybe a smoke. Next round, you're going to get plenty of cash and give it a crack. See if you can run the comeback. If not, you go over to Nuke. You try your luck. You see if there's going to be the Astralis collapse again. A little bit of complacency after a very easy walk in the park on map number 1. But this is good from Astralis. I think you and I, before we got started, now maybe we should have had the cojones to say it's actually on air. But we spoke to each other before and we're like, actually, no, well, I think Astralis might win this one.
Yeah, absolutely. I feel like after they showed themselves to be so strong in Inferno, maybe this took their eye off the prize. They had, what, 3 or 4 series points on Nuke and couldn't defend the upper rushes. It was very odd. And they got 10 rounds on their T side. That should have been a 2-0, Chad. Like, categorically.
100%.
No one can deny that. It should have been a 2-0. But they fumbled it.
I think they just coasted. I think they coasted after Inferno and then the first half of Nuke. That first half of the matchup was fantastic as far as they were concerned. But here we go again this time. The aggression down Banana will net them some room. There's a gap on the smoke here for Exertion to work with, and Rosen's actually been peppered by a stray bullet from Config. They seem very aware of this prospect, and that is going to leave MOUZ with only one choice to back on out of dodge. They don't have a lot of utility to work with here, and I can't believe they bought again.
I can believe it, Chad. I love it. I want to see this. I love to see the chaos ensue. I feel like they can win this round. Bit looser, pressure's already off, might have accepted. This game is done. So there's the first kill. Exertion and the grenade doing work here. They're actually finding a lot of damage. And you can see they're ready to get stuck in here.
Really heads up play. As soon as that AK was dropped on the ground, they scooped it up and threw it over the fence. So you better call your mum to go next door to pick up that ball, because you'll be operating still with these MP9s. You can see it right there. Very quick fingers from J-Raz. As the number disadvantage is still in play for Astralis, but they still have the weapons, they still have the util, and they still have enough time as Dexter has rotated over to bolster this B defense.
No one there, actually, so it's actually a full A lean from Astralis. Slowly but surely making their way towards the A bomb site. As mentioned before, with the advantages taken towards the arch side and hosting up an arch for rotations as well. Config, you know he's going to take these fights. Looking for any opportunities. He knows that lesser weaponry is out, so he has the range advantage, but they're not giving anything away here. Tucked away. Torshi, JDC towards the pit. Very passive play, and the MP9 comes out on top once again. This is getting awkward for Astralis now. This is their last chance to find some quick kills before the rotations come through. The bomb even goes down while they know players are still towards the pit. JDC, they know he's there as well. Already found a kill. He's towards headshot and doing considerable damage towards the snipers here. There it is, back to a 2-on-2. Chad did question the buy, but maybe he was onto something, because this round is still falling apart. They will not have a kit. Last chance is going to be Exertion coming from the apartments here. Frozen lies and waits towards the smoke, and all those advantages they found, Chad, it's all for naught. It falls apart at the last moment. Frozen can't even defuse the bomb anymore, looking to upgrade his MP9 potentially. But there we have it. Map point, 15-7. Now Sport's pretty much done at this point.
Yeah, they can get out some M4s here if they have the silenced variety equipped. There's 3 of them available, I think maybe 4 if they really want to take some emissions in their buy. But this map choice, it was questioned by the desk, and rightfully so, as the scoreline does dictate.
You would think the only map they looked good on yesterday was Inferno, and that's the one you picked.
But like, you and I definitely saw some interesting maneuvers in that game of Inferno, and maybe that lured MOUZ into that false sense of security that, well, we know they're a bit complex on this, but they still looked actually pretty rough around the edges. But that seems to be far from the truth. It's a different looking Astralis here on map number 1, and is this going to be a mid push? The flash is pretty good. They were ready for it. The spam preemptive. And that's going to be Dexter removed, the in-game leader with a heads-up maneuver. He's gone, and Farlig has been fantastic. 26 for him, may as well make it 27. Frozen a shot through the side of the wall there will knock him down to 22 points of health. And Farlig, this is Just a look from him, he'll take another tag through. Hey, boys, they're both hit. Come on in.
Oh my
Farlig,
days.
give him the beans.
Through the smoke, through the wall, straight to the dome. Farlig is on fire. 27 kills. Attack found towards Frozen as well. 15-7. Call this one done. They've only got FAMASes and an M4 bare bones utility to try and fend off a full HP Astralis. A boost from JDC. He'll be flashed off, unfortunately, before they even challenge. Yeah, he'd have to get multiple frags. You can see him trying to turn away. Nice first kill. Does he dismount? Apparently not. It's getting a little bit messy now from Astralis, and he's got the 3-piece. That's not bad at all. JDC can't believe his luck. No flashbang sent his way, and we might have another couple of rounds here.
Well, that was the worst sequence from Astralis so far this map. They have been fantastic.
I was kind of like being quite jovial about it. So I thought they're going to flash him. That's the end of it. But it went up one by one.
They can still win this. Blame's in such a forward position. That smoke towards CT. Frozen is at least acknowledging the fact that this is possible. We'll Blame go for the hard clear. Doesn't matter. The low HP is the issue. Now we have a 2-on-2. Back in the mix. Both players coming from CT spawn. It is going to be the first responder of Torji already slinking in towards the coffin position. I think that's a ghost defuse kit right there. So don't be fooled.
Few gremlins in the system, it seems. But yes, a 2-on-2 with no kits available. Just to be clear, time is of the essence, and up against flashbangs as well. They need to find out where these remaining Ts are. They know where blameF is, but there it is. A very strong performance here after going down 0-4. Astralis played pretty much a perfect game there on their opponent's map pick. They come out 16-7, and you have to say a star performance from Farlig, Chad.
Yeah, this is huge for him. 27 kills. The next closest was Blame on 21. And the question is, can Farlig continue to deliver? We need to know if this is the Farlig we're going to get every day of the week. If that's the case, Astralis, they might be one to look out for.
I hope you're right, Chad. It's been a very entertaining performance by him, but for now, we will take a break. I'll be back with the desk very shortly indeed.